Strange Block Beats.
If I had to look you in the eyes, I don't think I could handle it. Tryna ask for it. It's not about me or my pride. I'm just tryna abandon it. Can't take a risk. Hands and knees shaking, voice nearly breaking, calling out your name. You know my heart and it's tearing me apart. I just hope you understand. Gotta fight myself each and every day. I keep getting in my own way. So if I fall before I'm taken, will you pick me up and tell me you gon' make it out? me you gon' make it out. Tell me you gon' make it out. Tell me you gon' make it out. You gon' make it out. Father, can you please forgive me? I ain't been my best. Father, please forgive me. Abba, can you heal my spirit? I'm in need of it. I know that I'm scandalous. Handle this, been hurting you, yet still I'm blessed. Time for strength. I'm done looking back, that's my old ways. I'll be moving on like a drag race. Take my hand, show me where the pathway. Like myself each and every day. I keep getting in my own way. So if I fall before I'm taken, will you pick me up and tell me you gon' make it out? Tell me you gon' make it out. Tell me you gon' make it out. Tell me you gon' make it out. You gon' make it out. Yeah, you gon' make it out. Father, can you please forgive me? You gon' make it out. Can you heal my spirit? I'm in need. You gon' make it out. Can you please forgive me? You gon' make it out. 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 You gon' make it out.
A big salute, family. This your brother K. Judah, giving all praise to the Most High Yah and faith in Yahshua HaMashiach. To the Israelite family worldwide, I say peace and blessings. Big salute to the CUC family, the FOPE family, and the ADUIC family, my sister Naphtali. I want to say this, family. Truth is truth. Truth is truth. We can't get around the truth. We can't lie against the truth. One thing I notice is that when truth is being brought forth, and whether you agree with the truth or not, if it's being presented according to Yah's word, that's just something you're going to have to deal with on your own. Because one thing I notice is that when you are asking somebody to provide proof, to provide scriptures, once they can't do it, now you become dumb and stupid. Which is, it's fine. People are going to say stuff, so you can't get around that. People are going to get mad. They're going to say stuff. They're going to get in their feelings. People can't control their emotions. But the point that I'm asking is this. And because it's in the Bible. That's the only reason why I'm dealing with this, because it's in the Bible. If it wasn't in the Bible, I wouldn't deal with it. If the Most High gave us the land of Israel, and he gave us borders according to our land, why are y'all taking our land that the Most High gave us with the borders, and instead of reading the scriptures, you reading history to me, but not the scriptures? What is history without the word? Now, y'all might say, well, they changed all the names around, but they can't change location. If you change the name right now and put the Euphrates River as a different name, that river is still over there what you call the Euphrates River. So you may be able to change the name of territories, but you can't pick up the earth like my brother Judah the Hebrew say. You can't change that. You can't move the earth, man. So y'all are trying to put places and locations in places that don't go. It just don't fit, man. And instead of just dealing with the word, y'all just lying to Israel, making up things that you just cannot prove. You cannot prove the things that are coming out of y'all mouth, because if you could, you would prove it. Don't give me lip service. I don't want to talk, man. Prove it. Just prove it, man. To shut down all this arguing, all this fight. If we were singing as a group right now and somebody got off key, we all gonna stop. How about y'all stop and take a deep breath and ask your teacher questions? Ask him, where you get that from? Can you provide the scriptures? No, give me line upon line. Show me in the word what you saying. Nobody do that no more. Everybody just give an amen and a hallelujah 1,000. Even if they being lied to. People don't even care that they being lied to no more. It's just whatever sounds good. So the basis of my life is this. I only got 9 scriptures. And I'm going to provide maps. I went and got history to show you Lalabella. You know the place over there what they call the Jerusalem? I went and got this man on quotes and quotes of what people said, what he was trying to do when he saw the real Jerusalem, what he tried to do. Not my words, but the words of history. Now, you might not accept the history. That's fine with me. But I'm about to provide proof, not lip service, but proof. Family, as you see the title, the land of Israel given to Abraham and the borders of Israel. The land of Israel given to Abraham, family, and the borders of Israel. So get your Bible. Follow along the scriptures. Write this down, family, and study to show yourself approved to Yah and Yahshua. Let's get it. Before I do anything, let's set up the basis. What are we talking about? I am about to prove today, according to the Bible, according to the things I'm going to read, according to Jubilee, that our land, Jerusalem, is not in Ethiopia, and our land, Israel, is not in South Africa. Let me say that again. I am about to prove it, that our land is not in South Africa, and Jerusalem is not in Ethiopia. It is impossible. Impossible, family. And I'm about to show you right now. The first thing I need to do is let's set up the basis. Let me show you this. And this would make sense to you. Okay, here I go right here. Let me show y'all this, man. And then it's going to make sense. Let me open up my window. And I want to show y'all this. Truth is truth. One thing I do not do, when I ask people to just give me the scriptures, man, I don't want to argue. I don't want to hear all that talking. Let's just go Bible. See, if we go Bible, we're going to stop all that arguing and all that going back and forth. All that, our voice getting high. If we deal with the word, we don't got to do all that. But men voices get high when you can't prove what you're supposed to be proving. So now you get mad. Now you getting emotional. Now your voice is getting high like you hit notes. Come on, man. Let's deal with the book. Just the book. So we don't got to fight and fuss. Just the book. Listen to this, y'all. Well, I'm about to read it, but look at this. Now, I went to Google Map. You got to be careful because anything you prove, and if it's against what they saying and they can't prove what they saying, not everything fake. Like the maps are fake, the names are fake. We know they switched the names, but they cannot change the location. You can't change the location. You can just change the name. That's about it. For instance, look at this, family. Y'all see this? Y'all might be like, man, what is K Judas showing us? Okay, let me see if y'all can see it first. Okay, y'all can see it. Let me make it bigger. I need to make this bigger. Let's go in a little bit more. Okay. Now here go Egypt, right? This is Egypt, right here. Well, my cursor move in there. This is Egypt. Now I'm finna show y'all something. This is the reason why I'm doing this. Right here. Now let me show it again. This is Egypt. Here go the Red Sea. Now, for these people to say that Jerusalem is in Ethiopia, this is what our fathers had to do. They had to come from Egypt, forget crossing the Red Sea, what the Bible said, and they went straight down here to Ethiopia right here. Where do the Bible say that, family? Because once they crossed the Red Sea, when did they ever come back and settle in Ethiopia? What scripture is that? Now, let me go back up. This is what our fathers did. They came from Egypt, went to Sukkot, came to a place called Nuwaba, crossed the Red Sea right here to get right here into Saudi Arabia to the mountain of the Most High. This is east of the Jordan River right here, east of the Jordan River. Why? Because on this side is what we consider west of the Jordan River. And Ethiopia down here is east. This is east. Here goes, you see that? This is how we know it's east. This is South Sudan. Ethiopia is east. The Red Sea that we crossed, we went right over here to Saudi Arabia. When did we ever come back, y'all, to settle in Ethiopia? Oh, I remember when they was fleeing Roman persecution in 70 AD, right? That's when they came back from the Assyrian captivity, when they came back to the Euphrates River. And also Judah and Jerusalem in 70 AD when they fled into the west coast of Africa. So let me ask you a good question before I get to what I'm going to get to. How can you be from Ethiopia when you fled to Ethiopia? How can you be from the inheritance of Ham when you fled in 70 AD to the inheritance of Ham? How, family? The Bible says we fled after 70 AD and we were scattered all throughout the Mediterranean world. Where's the Mediterranean world? It is also called the Sea of the Philistines. They fled to the west coast of Africa. Go look up the Mediterranean Sea and you go see where it's at. That's where our fathers was dwelling at when they fled the Roman persecution. So how can you be from Ethiopia, Sudan, Nigeria, South Africa, all these different territories that was given to Ham and his descendants? They telling you, no, that land belongs to you. But I want to show you something before I read the scriptures. Let me get out of here. No, I don't believe none of that. I don't believe no Egypt is America, and I don't believe Israel is Utah. That's false doctrine. We ain't dealing with that. But anyway, yeah, I ain't never read no scripture said that. So if I can't read it, it ain't documented. I only talk about what I can read. I ain't never read Israel is Utah. So nah, that's strange. That don't even sound right. Anyway, let me open up my window again. Now I want y'all to see this. Now I just showed y'all how can we be from Ethiopia. So check this out. And this will make sense. And then I'm about to get to the scriptures. Now, remember what I just asked y'all. They said that Jerusalem is in Ethiopia, right? Okay, here we go. Y'all see this? Look at what this scripture say. Look at what this scripture say, fam. They not going by the word. The Bible say, from beyond the rivers of Cush, my supplements, even the daughter of my disperse. I thought you was from Ethiopia. Shall bring my offering. Oh, that means he's bringing you out of Ethiopia. But I thought Jerusalem was in Ethiopia. Why is he gathering you from Ethiopia? Even called you the daughter of his disperse. You see what I'm saying, family? This is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 10. He say from beyond the rivers of Cush, right here, East Africa, Cush. He say, even the daughter of my dispersed shall bring my offering. Where are you bringing the offering to if you are from Ethiopia? Where you going? Why he won't just leave you there because that's your land? Why do he got to gather you out of your own land? Why do he got to take you out of Nigeria, take you out of Sudan, take you out of Tanzania, take you from South Africa to bring you to his holy mountain, which is Israel? Why is he doing this, family? You come from Ham's territory, but you don't come from Ham's territory. Let's get to the scriptures. So y'all see this for yourself, right? He said, from beyond the rivers of Ethiopia or Cush, my supplements, meaning Israel, that's who he talking to, even the daughter of my disperse shall bring my offering. That's our brothers and sisters, family, who are scattered in Africa. When they was fleeing Roman persecution and when they left the Assyrian captivity. This is documented history, and we can prove this in the book. We can prove it in the book. So let's get out of here. So now we're going to get to the scriptures. We're going to Abraham. We're going to Abraham. I only have 9 scriptures. I really got majority of maps because this has to make sense according to the Bible, according to what you're looking at on maps, and according to the history that you read. It has to line up. It has to. Let's go to Genesis chapter 15 and verse 1. Genesis 15 and verse 1. Then I'll tell y'all when I'm going to skip down. Genesis 15 and verse 1. And it reads, after these things, the word of the Lord came unto Abram in a vision, saying, fear not, Abram, I am thy shield and thy exceedingly great reward. Jump down to verse 5 through 6. Verse 5 through 6. And it reads, and he brought him forth abroad and said, look not toward heaven and tell the stars, if thou be able to number them. And he said unto him, so should thy seed be. And he believed in the Lord, and it was counted unto him for righteousness. Jump down to verse 18 and 21. Verse 18 and 21. And it reads, in the same day, the Lord made a covenant with Abram, saying, unto thy seed have I given this land, from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates. Let me open up my window again. Here we go. Now, y'all heard what he just said, right? From the river of Egypt, which we know is the Nile, that's the Nile, to the great river Euphrates. So let's open up the one window. Right, positive. Right. So positive. Check this out, my sister. Now, he just said from the Nile, here it go right here, y'all. Look, the river of Egypt, which is also the Nile. Look, there's a blue line going right here. So he said from the river of Egypt to the great river Euphrates. From the river of Egypt to the great river Euphrates. And guess what's at the top? Lebanon. Let's read the scriptures. He say on the same day, Yah made a covenant with Abram, saying, unto thy seed I give this land, from the river of Egypt, here we go right here, to the great river, the river Euphrates, here we go right here. Now watch what Deuteronomy 11 and 24 say. Every place whereon the sole of your foot shall tread shall be yours. From the wilderness, which is the wilderness of Zin, and Lebanon. Can you find Lebanon in Ham's territory? Can you find the wilderness of Zin in Ham's territory? No, you cannot, family. Because the wilderness of Zin is east of the Red Sea. And Lebanon is east of the Red Sea. And the river Euphrates is east of the Red Sea. It's not in Ham's territory at all, family. Let me read that again. Deuteronomy 11 and 24. Every place whereon the sole of your foot should tread shall be yours. From the wilderness, which is the wilderness of Zin, and Lebanon, from the river Euphrates, even unto the hinder sea, should your border be. What is the hinder sea? It's right here, family, the Mediterranean. The Mediterranean, family, is right here. So if Egypt is on this side, and we cross the Red Sea to get to this side, how is Jerusalem in Ethiopia again? And what scriptures say that? Because the Most High don't miss words when he speak to his people. Because he said, I would do nothing but reveal my secret to my prophets. And I'm not saying we prophets, we just servants, but he would at least put it through the prophets to let us know that Ethiopia is the place. But he never did that. Because our land is desolate. Naphtali land, desolate. Simeon land, desolate. Reuben, Gad, Asher, Manasseh, Ephraim, all our lands are desolate. So what you see in the Middle East is that little plot of land that they took to create the state of Israel. That's not the fullness of the promise. And I know a lot of y'all don't believe the so-called Middle East is a part of our territory, but he sure did give Shem the middle of the earth. The middle of the earth. That's what the book say in Jubilees. He said he gave Shem the middle. Matter of fact, he gave Shem the best land of all lands, which is the glory of all lands, because Shem had other kids. So Israel out of Shem only have received Canaan. But remember, Shem had other sons and daughters who also receive an inheritance. So now that we didn't dealt with this, that you see for yourself, that he told Abraham from the river of Egypt to the great river Euphrates. Now let's go, family, to Genesis chapter 17 and verse 8. Because now as time go on, he's going to start breaking down the borders. The borders. And we're going to see if we can find these borders in Africa or the place where they say our land is. We're going to just go by the scriptures. Genesis 17 and verse 8. Shalom to everybody coming in. Big salute to the family. Many blessings to you all. Genesis 17 and verse 8. And it reads, and I will give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan for an everlasting possession, and I will be their power. So he told Abraham again, I'm going to give you all the land of Canaan. So when people say, man, we can't fit in that little bitty land, of course we can't. That's why the Most High will never allow them to occupy the fullness of the promise. Why would he do that? They're not the people of the book. They're not the people of the book. Let's go to Genesis 28. Genesis 28, because now he's going to tell Jacob the same thing he told Abraham. I'm just walking it down, family. I'm walking it down. Let me get out of here. We're going to just walk it down. I'll come back to that a little later. We're just going to walk it down. So let's go to Genesis 28. And I'll read verse 1 through 2 because I only have 9 scriptures. Genesis 28, verse 1 through 2. Genesis 28 and verse 1 through 2. And it reads, and Isaac called Jacob and blessed him and charged him and said unto him, thou should not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan. Arise and go to Padanaram, to the house of Bethuel, thy mother's father, and take thee a wife from thence of the daughters of Laban, thy mother's brother. Now jump down to verse 12 through 14. 12 through 14. 12 to 14. And it reads, and he dreamed that behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angel of Yah ascended and descended on it. And behold, the Lord stood above it and said, I am the Lord thy Elohim of Abraham, the father, thy father, and the Elohim of Isaac. The land whereon thou liest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed. And thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth. And thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south. And in thee, and in thy seed, shall all the families of the earth be blessed. Because y'all remember, he set up the borders of the other nations, or gave them their territory according to the 12 tribes of Israel. According to the 12 tribes of Israel. So let's go to Exodus 23. Because now he about to start talking about the bounds. Exodus 23 and verse 31. Exodus 23 and verse 31. The book of Exodus 23 and verse 31. He about to reiterate it again, family. Exodus 23 and verse 31. And it reads, and I will set thy bounds from the Red Sea. It's time out. Hold up. Time out. He say he will set the bounds of where? And I will set thy bounds from the Red Sea. No, over the Red Sea. And I will set thy bounds from the Red Sea, even unto the sea of the Philistines. What is the sea of the Philistines? The Mediterranean Sea. You can look this up. Go put in, what is the sea of the Philistines? And it's going to tell you the Mediterranean Sea, or sometimes called the Hinder Sea, or the Great Sea. But that's the sea that he's talking about. So he say the bounds should be from the Red Sea, even unto the sea of the Philistines. And from the desert, what desert? The wilderness of Zin. That's the desert that he's talking about, but that's on the opposite side of the Red Sea, east of the Red Sea, not on the side that they came from when they came out of Egypt. They crossed the Red Sea to leave Egypt, because y'all remember that Pharaoh was chasing them. So they didn't stay on the side of the Red Sea where Pharaoh was chasing them. The Most High opened up the water, and all the children of Israel went to the mountain of Yah, which is in Saudi Arabia, which is Mount Sinai. Mount Sinai is in Saudi Arabia. You can go read Galatians chapter 5. It'll tell you that Mount Sinai is in Arabia. That's the mountain of Yah. So they crossed over to get to the mountain of Yah. They did not go back into Africa until they was fleeing Roman persecution. And when they left the Assyrian captivity, then they went back. Came back over the Euphrates, and the children of Judah and Jerusalem were scattered all throughout the Mediterranean world. And I have an encyclopedia called The Last 2 Million Years. This is documented history that in 70 AD, when Jerusalem was being besieged, our fathers fled into Africa. Hold up. No. They come from Africa. No, they fled into Africa. No, that's not what I'm being told. I'm being told that they come from Africa, where Ham dwell at. But the Bible say in history that they fled into Africa. Something not right, family. How can you be from a place that you had to flee to? How can you be from a place that you had to flee to? That means you don't come from that territory, and that is not your inheritance. You fled to another man's inheritance, which is called the children of Ham. which is in Africa, or what they call Africa today. Because that's not even much the real name of Africa. See how I'm saying how they changed names, but they didn't change the location. So if I have time today, I'll screenshot, because I got it screenshotted. I'll read it to y'all at the end, because it's not going to be long at all. I only have like, what, 5 more scriptures left. So the point that I'm making is that our ancestors, our fathers, the Most High set their bounds from the Red Sea, even unto the Sea of the Philistines, and from the desert unto the river. And I would deliver the inhabitants of the land into your hands, and thou shalt drive them out, and I will drive them out from before thee. What inhabitants is he talking about? What inhabitants is he talking about? Let's go to Numbers 34. The book of Numbers 34, in verse 1 through 12. Because now he about to tell you. He finna tell you the bones. He gonna keep reiterating the bones. But these people are matter of fact, they're not even reading no scriptures, no verses. They just telling you that Jerusalem is in Ethiopia. But when you ask them what are scriptures, they don't read no scripture. And then they want to try to tell you, well, everything is upside down. Hey, you know what? You might be right. Everything flipped upside down, but you can't flip no territory upside down. You can't pick up the earth and flip it around and change where the great river Euphrates at. You can't change where Ethiopia dwelling at. You can't change where Put dwelling at. You can't change where Sudan dwelling at. All you can do is change the name, but the territory remain the same. It remains the same. Numbers 34 and verse 1 through 12. Listen closely, family. Listen closely. And it reads, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, command the children of Israel and say unto them, when ye come into the land of Canaan, this is the land that shall fall unto you for inheritance, even the land of Canaan, with the coast thereof. Then your south quarter shall be from the wilderness of Zin. Y'all remember he kept saying the wilderness? Now he giving you the name of the wilderness of Zin. Let me open up my window and show you that the wilderness of Zin is on the east side of the Red Sea, not on the opposite side of the Red Sea. Here you go. Look at this. Open up my window again and show you. As I read this, I'm going to just leave this open like this. Here we go. Where's the wilderness of Zin? Here go Egypt. Here go the wilderness of Zin right by Mount Sinai. So y'all see what I'm saying? This is what we would consider what? West of the Red Sea. This is east of the Red Sea. So the wilderness of Zin is in the same territory of Saudi Arabia, where Mount Paran at, wilderness of Sinai, wilderness of Zin, wilderness of Shur. It is all on the opposite side of the Red Sea going east. Like if you was going to the land of Moab, the land of the Ammonites. Yes, it is east, family. It is not on this side. It is on this side. So I don't understand how they getting this confused. Our inheritance did not fall to us on this side, family. It just did not. It fell on this side. Here go the wilderness of Paran, east of the Jordan River. Now let me keep going. I'm going to leave this right here so y'all can see it. Verse 3. Then your south quarter should be from the wilderness of Zin, along by the coast of Edom. Is Edom in Africa where Ham dwelling at, y'all? No. No. Edom border was by our land. Edom, Moab, and the Ammonites all had their surrounding lands by Canaan. How we know this to be true? I'm going to read it to you later. We're going to deal with it. Then your south quarter should be from the wilderness of Zin, along by the coast of Edom. And your south border should be the outmost coast of the South Sea, eastward, no, southward. Eastward, no, westward. Eastward. Verse 4. And your border should turn from the south to the ascent of Akrabbim, and pass out to Zin, and the going forth thereof should be from the south to Kadeshbarnea, and should go on to Hazaraddar, and pass on to Azmon, and the border shall fetch a compass from Azmon unto the river of Egypt. We already dealt with that. And the going out of it should be at the sea. And as for your western border, ye should even have the great sea, Mediterranean, for a border. This should be your west border, and this should be your north border. From the great sea, Mediterranean, shall point out for you Mount Hor. From Mount Hor shall ye point out for your border unto the entrance of Hamath. And the going forth of the border should be to Sadad, and the border should go on to Zavon, and the going out of it should be to Hazaraddar. This should be your north border, and ye shall point out your east border from Hazaraddar to Shaphan, and the coast shall go down from Shaphan to Riblah on the east side of An, and the border should descend, and should reach unto the side of the sea of Shinneret, eastward. And the border should go down to Jordan. Is Jordan in Africa? I'm talking about in Ham's territory. Some people gonna tell you it is. Now, not according to what I'm about to read. They are gonna tell you that the river Jordan is in Ethiopia. They are gonna tell you that the river Jordan is in Ethiopia. Verse 12 again. And the border should go down to Jordan, and the going out of it should be at the South Sea. This should be your land, with the coast thereof round about. So hold up. Hold up real quick. Let me see something. Where we at? Now, y'all see this? Now, hold up. He just said that because Edom is down here at the bottom. Edom down here at the bottom. So this is the 12 tribes of Israel territory. Here go to River Jordan, right? So Manasseh, Gad, and Reuben received their territory east of the Jordan River. And the rest of our ancestors had their territory on this side of the Jordan River. But look at the bottom. Moab, Ammon, which are the Ammonites, and Esau is at the bottom. So their surrounding territories was around our borders. Do y'all see this? This is why we passed through Moab's land when we fought against Sihon. This is why we try to pass through Edom's land, but he came out against us. Do y'all remember this? Somebody was occupying Moab's territory, and King Sihon came out against us. So how can our land be in Ham's territory when we sitting up here passing through Moab's land to get where we was trying to go, but Sihon would not let us pass through. So he came out and fought against us. I'm about to read that too. So this is not in Africa, man. Okay, I got a good one then. Everything that I just read. Let me bring this in close. Now, everything that I just read, I'm about to, this is Algeria, this is Libya, Niger, Mali, Chad, Senegal, Ghana, Nigeria, Central Africa Republic, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Somalia, Kush, Sudan, Mizraim. I don't see none of them names that I named. South Africa, Angola. What is Zimbabwe? What is going on, man? This is what belongs to Ham's children. Put, Cush, and Canaan. All them borders that I just named, I don't see none of that on here. And this is according to Jubilees. I'm gonna read Jubilees too, but I'm just showing y'all, where do you see the names that I just named for our borders on here? Now, these are the places we are scattered at today because of the migration, but this is not our territory, man. We are coming out of Kush. We are coming out of South Africa. We are coming out of Nigeria. We are coming out of Mali. We are coming out of Libya. All the places, Sudan, all the places we scattered in Ham's territory, we will be gathered and put back in our own land. So all them borders I just named, I cannot find it on this map right here. I don't see it, man. I don't see it. But y'all keep telling our people that we come from these places. And this whole territory, according to Jubilees chapter 8, was given to Ham. It says it right here. Sons of Ham. Not Shem. Ham. They received all of this. What else I want to show before I continue? Here goes Shem, Shem's people. Let's deal with this. Hold on, family. Okay, here we go. Now remember, Shem had other children. Shem had other children. Look what Ham's territory stopped at. Look, Ham. And y'all remember that the Most High gave Ham the border to the Red Sea. But look where it stopped at. Right here, the border of the Red Sea. And we crossed over the Red Sea and look at Saudi Arabia. This is what a mountain of Yah is. This is what a mountain of Yah is in Saudi Arabia, Mount Sinai. And then Shem had other children. So they receive all their inheritance. We received Canaan. We received Canaan and also Lebanon, which is in close proximity to Syria. Parts of Iraq. So something not right, man. Somebody lying, family. Somebody lying. And it ain't good to lie on Yah's word. Let me get out of here. Let's continue with the scriptures. Let's continue with the scriptures. So do y'all see that Ham received all the lands and territory that we call Africa today? So our people are scattered in Africa, but you have to ask yourself, how did they get to Africa? They was fleeing Roman persecution, and the Assyrians, once the 10 tribes or the 9 tribes left the Assyrian captivity, they crossed back over the Euphrates River and went into Africa. So ask yourself, if you go into a land for refuge, when you were fleeing 70 AD for refuge, and you fled into Africa, how can you be from there? Well, K. Judah, do you have any proof? Do you have any proof? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. This is documented history from a book that I have. I screenshotted this called the Babylon to Timbuktu. Let me read this insert. From Babylon to Timbuktu. Hold on. Let me get it on here. Here you go. I got it. Okay, here we go right here. Let me bring it in. Okay. This is from Babylon to Timbuktu. Let me bring it in a little bit more, just in case y'all can't see. I got y'all, family. Okay, this is from Babylon to Timbuktu. And he said, the temple above the altar to this statue, the people brought the sacrifice of pig meat, the animal which is an abomination to the Jews. Because of this religious persecution, the legitimate high priest, Onias III, and many other Jews fled into Africa. No, you come from Africa. Fled into Africa. Now, man, this is where your homeland is. They fled into Africa, such as Egypt, Ethiopia. I thought you come from Ethiopia. I thought Jerusalem is in Ethiopia, but this documented history that Rudolph Winsler documented said that you fled into Ethiopia, you fled into Egypt, and you also fled into Libya. So how is your homeland again? And this happened in 70 AD. When you fled into Egypt, Ethiopia, and Libya. Now, I want to keep going because this is about to get very interesting. Listen to this. Right here. I'm right here where my curse at. It say, throughout the last 2,500 years, the main factors that have contributed to the social migration of the Jews were wars, religious persecution, and commerce. All these factors were operating and gave rise to the African Jewish population. Oh, so I get what you saying, Elder Rudolph Winsler. You saying because of wars and persecution, that's why we get this African Israelite population in Africa. If it wasn't for the disobedience of our fathers, we would have never migrated into Africa. We would be occupying our own territory. But because of persecution and wars and disobedience, we fled into Egypt, Ethiopia, and Libya, and that's why you get the word Negro land. Negro land. Because our father was also building great civilizations there before they were sold to the Grecians by Ham's children. Not all of Ham, by Ham's children. So why would you sell your brother in his own territory and if that's his inheritance? Why would you do such a thing? Because Africans wasn't selling Africans. When we went to that West Coast, they knew exactly who we were. They came and got the Israelites, not Ham, because Ham was helping them capture us. So they knew the difference because we was on the West Coast. We wasn't dwelling with Ham and mingling with Ham like that. We was on the West Coast of Africa. But I thought you come from Africa. Why are you fleeing to your own land? Where you was coming from when you was fleeing there? That's the question I want to know. Where was you coming from when you was fleeing to your own land? Because they destroyed your land, but you was fleeing to your own land? Do that make any sense? Doesn't make no sense at all. Because you wasn't fleeing to your own land. You was fleeing to somebody else's land to hide amongst those that look like you. And they still sold you to the Grecians or the Gentiles or children of Japhet. So as you see this documented history, page 84 from Babylon to Timbuktu, he told you that they fled into Egypt. He didn't say they come from Egypt. He said they fled there. So let's continue on with the scriptures. Then I'll come back to some more history. Let's come back to the book. Okay, now I'm going to Numbers 21 because now I have to prove to y'all that the children of Israel, when they came out of Egypt, this is what they did. Let's prove it right now with the book. Let's prove it right now with the book. Where I'm at. Here we go right here. Okay, let me open up my window, and as I read, this is going to make sense to you. As I read this to y'all, it's going to make sense to you. And then I'm going to get the history of Lalabella and show you this guy that tried to make a copy of the Jerusalem in ancient times. They tried to do it in Lalabella, which is Ethiopia. So I'll show you that, and I'll show you the king who tried to do it. Shout out to my brother, Judah the Hebrew. He did an excellent job, excellent presentation, breaking the other stuff down about how the true Jerusalem is not in Ethiopia. See, I've been researching this for like a week. And when I came up on my brother Judah, the Hebrew page, out of the mouth of 2 or 3, we let it be established. So he did an excellent job. Excellent job. Big salute to my brother Judah, the Hebrew. And he's an elder handling business. Okay, here we go. As I read this, I want you to look at this map. Right here. Okay, here we go. I'm going to move it down. This is Numbers 21. And everything that I'm about to read, you're going to see it right here on the map. Numbers 21. And I'm going to pick it up at verse 1 through 5. Numbers 21, verse 1 through 5, and it reads, and when King Hazaraddar, the Canaanite, which dwelt in the south, heard tell that Israel came by way of the spies, then he fought against Israel and took some of them prisoners. And Israel vowed a vow unto the Lord our Elohim, and said, if thou would indeed deliver this people into my hand, then would I utterly destroy their cities. And the Lord hearkened to the voice of Israel, and delivered up the Canaanites, and they utterly destroyed them and their cities. And they called the name of that place Hamah. Look right here, y'all. What did y'all see? Hamah. So right here say Israelite victory, right? So we reading the Bible, we looking at the map. We reading the Bible, we bagging it up with the map, and here go the word Arad. So Israelites was fighting right here, and they defeated this king. Here go King Arad right here. Numbers 21, 1 through 3. They defeated him, right? So the Israelites went down here, right here as you see my cursor moving. Okay? They went right here. They chilling. That's why you see the tent. They chilling right here. Now, jump down to verse 21 to 31. And here you go, family. Now, as they chilling in the tent, they started to go up here, look, to Zareed Brook. They tried to go through Moab, which they was going through Moab. Hold up, K. Judah. They lied and said that we took the land of Moab. But it looked like to me that they are passing Moab's land. They passed up Ar. They passed up the Arnon River. Where are they going, K. Judah? They going up here with Sihon's right here, family. Y'all remember? They tried to pass through Sihon, but he would not let them pass through. So he came out and fought against Israel. Where did he fight them at? At Heshbon and Medeba. Why did he fight against them? Because Sihon took the land from the former king of Moab, which is the plains of Moab. So Moses and them passed up Moab land, which you have Israelites lying, talking about we saying that they took the land of Moab. We not saying that. We say they took the plains of Moab, not the land. Here go the land down here, below the Arnon River. Let me bring it in a little bit more. This is the Arnon River. This is Moab down here at Ar. So Sihon took above the Arnon River. And my question is, why are we going through Moab and fighting Sihon? I thought we come from Africa. Sihon is king of the Amorites. Did not the Lord say he was going to give us the land of Canaan, which the children of Canaan stole from Shem? They went into a lot that don't belong to them. Why are we fighting Sihon by our brother Moab, and not our brother, our cousin Moab, and also the Ammonites? Here go the Amorites, right here. This Sihon, who is an Amorite, but I thought we was in Africa. 21 to 31, man. And Israel sent messengers unto Sihon, king of the Amorites, saying, let me pass through thy land. They tried to pass through the king's highway. What did he do? Let me pass through thy land. We will not turn into thy fields or into the vineyards. We will not drink of thy waters of the well, but we will go along by the king's highway until we be past thy borders. And Sihon would not suffer Israel to pass through his borders. By Sihon gathered all his people together and went out against Israel into the wilderness. And he came to Jahaz and fought against Israel. And Israel smote him with the edge of the sword and possessed his land from Arnon. Here you go Arnon to Jabbok. Jabbok is by the land of the Ammonites. By Jabbok, even unto the children of Ammon. This is documented. Documented. This is the book. We are not in Africa fighting Sihon. We are not in Africa fighting Sihon, king of the Amorites. We are east of the Red Sea. When we came out of Egypt, we crossed the Red Sea. We went to the mountain of Yah. He gave us the 10 commandments. And then Moses and them started to make their way. Make their way. But then they got crazy. They died in the wilderness. So Joshua had to bring the children of Israel to the promise. But Moses, before he died, they fought against Sihon and took his land, which was the plains of Moab. This is not happening in Africa. It is not. You cannot make these scriptures fit. Moab in Africa, Ammonites in Africa, Esau in Africa. He is not in Africa. This is all happening east of the Red Sea. All of this. Verse 24. And Israel smote him with the edge of the sword, and possessed his land from Arnan unto Jabbok, even unto the children of Ammon. For the border of the children of Ammon was strong, and Israel took all these cities. And Israel dwelt in all these cities of the Amorite. In Heshbon, here go Heshbon at the top, and in all the villages thereof. For Heshbon was the city of Sihon, the king of the Amorites. What is this at the top? Sihon's capital. What do you see? Heshbon. Is Heshbon in Africa? No. What about Medobah? No. What about Pisgah? No. What about the Arnan River? It is not in Africa, family. It's just not. But everybody telling our people, run to Africa, run to Ham's land, go home. That's not your homeland. A lot of people are coming back over here because they being oppressed. They being scammed. This don't go for all the people. If the Most High put it into your spirit to move, go to Africa. But a lot of people coming back because that is not your land. You think somebody gonna treat you right in another man's territory? They're gonna treat you right in their inheritance. No. That's why they want you to go back so bad, to spend your money and build up Ham's territory. That's why they talking about come back home, brother. Come back to your homeland. That's not your homeland. That is not your homeland. I just showed you that map, and it say the sons of Ham, and I didn't see Jerusalem nowhere in Ham's territory. Did you? I saw Niger. I saw Sudan. I saw Kush. I saw South Africa. I didn't see Jerusalem. Did you see Jerusalem? I didn't see no Jerusalem. They said down there where Kush at, I should have saw Jerusalem, but I did see Sudan. But I didn't see no Jerusalem. Verse 26, for Heshbon was the city of Sihon, king of the Amorites, who have fought against the former king of Moab, and taken all his land out of his hand, even unto Arnan, even unto the river right here, Arnan River, where my cursor moving at. So Sihon fought against Moab and took the plains of Moab, but he did not take his land below the Arnan River, which is A-R. Because the Lord gave that to Moab. But he did take the plains of Moab, which would be considered the country of Moab, but not the land below the Arnan River. Where's all this happening at K. Judah? Not in Africa. None of this is happening in Africa, y'all. At all. At all. So why they want us to go to where Ham at so bad? Why, family? Have you ever asked yourself that? When they keep making all these videos talking about go home, did not the Lord say he gonna gather you and take you to the wilderness? So how you gonna go home before you go to the wilderness? How? I mean, they put our brothers and sisters who went from Dimona, when they left from Chicago, they got them by a nuclear power plant. They won't even give them, you know what I'm saying, some good territory over there. They got them by a nuclear power plant, radiation and everything. Because Yahshua say, I'm going to gather you and place you back in your own land. And it's another question. How can Jerusalem be in Ethiopia when Jerusalem is desolate without an inhabitant? That's what the book say. He said, as long as your land lay desolate, she enjoy her Sabbaths. Well, K. Judah, what about the Jewish people? That is not all the promise. They just structured out a piece of land, made a state of Israel, did all that building, and thank you to the elder Ben Louis, our elder Ben Louis, who said and documented this. People always say, well, where are the animals in the Middle East? Like the brother said, because they was doing all the construction and all these different migrations, the animals migrated out. But he live in Israel, and he said that somebody warned him and say, hey, watch the mountains up there because they have bear cages or bears run and roam through there. The man said it got bears in there. But what about the lions and giraffes? Well, if the land is desolate, what they gonna eat? I'm talking about majority of the whole promise. Of course they gonna migrate out. It's desolate. That's why you don't see no animals. For what? What they gonna eat? But once the Most High bring back what we would call the regeneration, the renewing of all things, oh yeah, you gonna, okay, so let me ask a good question. Oh boy, thank you, Father. If we not gonna have no animals, or there's no animals over there, or when we go back home and receive the whole promise of the land, why did he say the lion gonna lay down with the sheep? Evidently, they gonna be coming back for the lion to lay down and eat straw with the sheep. So they're gonna migrate back just like we gonna be migrating back to our homeland. The Lord said that the lion shall lie down. So that means we're going to be able to see these lions because he say a little child should lead them. That's why I just stick with the book and go by what my father say. I don't go by what man say because my father say that a little child going to lead them. So that let me know when we go back home that animals coming back and migrating with us because we going back, they coming back. And we going to roam in peace. Animals and everything. I mean, them and us. Everything gonna harmonize. It ain't doing it now. Go try to pet a lion. How? But when we go back home, you're gonna be able to walk it like a puppy. Oh, little cute lion. Oh, look at you. Come here, big boy. So y'all see that we didn't prove it. Verse 28 say, for there is a fire going out of Heshbon, a flame from the city of Sihon. He hath consumed all of Moab and the lords of the high places of Arnan. So Sihon destroyed the former king of Moab, but he did not destroy the Israelites. They whooped his behind and took all his lands. And they also did Bashan, king of Og, the same way. The same way. Tore him up too. Tore him up too. So y'all see this? Do y'all see this? Thank you. That's right, positive. Landmarks are very important. Very important. You can't be moving landmarks. That's why the Bible says, do not move your neighbor's landmark. So now y'all see that the Bible didn't prove that when the children of Israel came out of Egypt and crossed the Red Sea, they dwelt in the wilderness because they was hard-headed and stiff-necked. So that means wilderness experience that was supposed to only take a few days to go to the promised land end up taking 40 years. So when Joshua and Caleb came out the wilderness with the children, now remember, once Moses fought against Sihon, king of the Amorites, and also Bashan, king of Og, Moses died in Deuteronomy chapter 34. I think it's 34. Yeah, I think it's 34. Moses passed away, right, on Mount Nebo, which is in the plains of Moab, which the land that was given to Reuben. So by the time Joshua come on the scene and he take over, they get to the book of Joshua, they start distributing the land and telling, okay, you got this land, you got this land. This belong to you, a Reuben. Go to your territory that Moses gave you. So now they occupying the land, right? But this is where it get very interesting at. As they occupying the land, I want you to see this. And if y'all have any questions when I'm getting done, please feel free. Even if you disagree, please feel free to ask, man. It's all good. Iron sharpen iron. Okay, Judah don't know everything, and I can learn from my sisters and my brothers. I don't have no pride. Nope. I can learn from anybody. And if I'm wrong about something, please correct me. So look. Here we go right here. So after they got through fighting Sihon, this is when you get this. Y'all see this? Not everybody in their land. Manasseh, Gad, and Reuben on this side of the Jordan River, and the rest of our brothers and sisters on this side of the Jordan River. Now, this is my question. When you look at the land of Judah, which we know David took back Hebron, or Judah, or Jerusalem. Jerusalem is on this side of the Red Sea. Look, it is not in Africa, family. It's not. Because you will have to find these territories that surrounding Judah's land, which is like Hebron, Dabir, Arad, Bethlehem, Jerusalem. And then right next to Jerusalem is Benjamin's territory. There you go, Jericho, Gilgad. Come on, man. These are not places in Africa where Ham is dwelling at. It's just not. Here go the River Jordan. Did not the Bible say the children of Israel crossed over the River Jordan, Reuben, Gad, and Manasseh to get to their territory? This is not in Africa. It's not. I'm sorry. It's not. I'm going by the book. Moab, Ammon, and Esau land is by our land. Say it ain't so. It is so. It is so. That's why Yahshua said in Isaiah 63, who is this coming from Edom? How can Edom be in Africa? And he just told you, who is this coming from Edom with dyed clothes on? And then when he gave Moses the commandment, the Bible say that Yahshua came from Mount Paran. He passed through Edom. He came to Mount Paran, and then he went to Mount Sinai. The Bible say he came from Edom. He shined to Mount Paran, and then he went to Sinai. Is this in Africa? Is Mount Paran in Africa? Is Mount Sinai in Africa? The wilderness of Zin. What about the wilderness of Shur? Sure. What about Esau's land? Is Petra in Africa? What about the Moabites? Arnan River. Is this in Africa? The answer is no. It's no. It's no. I'm sorry. For all the people who keep talking about Africa, 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 watch when I read the book of Jubilees. And if you don't believe in Jubilees, that don't mean I'm not going to read it. Because the 66 books don't give all the answers. You got to go to the outside sources sometime. Because you can't tell me what happened after the flood. You can't tell me how the lands were distributed. You can't tell me why Canaan was cursed. Because he stole some territory that don't belong to him, and he cursed his descendants also. That's why when we came on the scene, what did he tell Moses? I will give you all the land of the Canaanites, the Amorites, the Girgashites, the Hivites. Guess who children these are? Canaan. These are all Canaan's children who took our land, Lebanon, and possessed it for his own possession and changed our land to the name of Canaan. It was never called Canaan. He changed the name to Canaan. This is documented. So y'all see that according to Numbers 21, when Moses and them fought against Sihon, king of the Amorites, and also fought against King Bashan, he go to distribution of the land in the time of Joshua. Look at everybody dwelling in a land. Is this in Africa? No. No. Let me show one more time, man, so it won't be no confusion. This is Ham's territory. This was given to Ham's children. Look at the thing. It say sons of Ham, right? Watch this. Do y'all see any other names that I just named? Look at this. Where's Jerusalem? Where's the Jordan River? Where's Jabbok? Where's the Arnan River? Where's Heshbon? Where's that, fam? I'm asking. Humbly. I don't see these things. I don't see these things. This belongs to Ham Church. Now let me bag this up because I want to say something. Because I'm about to get ready to read the book of Jubilees to show you that Canaan was supposed to go down here where you see South Africa or the Saharan desert. But he did not. He did not. Guess where he went? To Lebanon and took Shem's territory. He go Put, which is Libya. He go Cush, which are the Ethiopians, and here go Canaan, who did not go to his own territory down here, but went to Shem's territory. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't documented. So when I keep hearing people talking about South Africa is Israel, you have been woefully misinformed. South Africa belonged to Canaan. At the time of this distributing of the lands right here, it belonged to Canaan. It did not belong to Israel. He go to Red Sea. Y'all see what Ham's son's inheritance stop at? Look, it don't even go past the Red Sea right here. It don't go past the Red Sea. It stops at the border right here of the Red Sea. So our land was not on this side, family. It was on this side where my cursor moving at. Not on this side. This is Ham's children. This is Shem's children on this side. So unless somebody can provide proof and show me on a map that in Africa, you got Heshbon, Moab, Esau, Ammonites, you got to show me. Because I don't see it on this map right here. Maybe I need to get another map. Because all I see is the people that we call the children of Ham today. This is all their territory. Nigeria, children of Ham. Sudan, children of Cush. Niger, Libya, put. Senegal, put. Tanzania, well, belong to Canaan, but he ain't go down there because he a thief. He a certified thief. So let's get out of there. So all we doing is proving that our inheritance was not in the inheritance of what I just showed you according to the map. And that's according to Jubilees. But even if I don't read Jubilees, you still will have to find the borders that I've been naming on that side of the Red Sea, which when you look at that map, like Niger, Sudan, Tanzania, that is not our territory, family. It's just not. Now, we scattered there right now. Don't get me wrong. A lot of our brothers and sisters, because according to people like the Israelite camps, they'll tell you, I hate Africans. Even though the Bible never told us to hate Africans, never told us to hate the children of Japhet, even told you not to abhor your brother Esau. But you got some camps, they hate everybody. I'm talking, they hate Africans, call them stinking, doo-doo eating Africans. They hate everybody. But guess what, though? The Bible ain't tell us to do nothing like that. So when I'm telling you that we don't come from Ham's territory, according to Jubilees, I'm not saying that because I hate Ham or something. I'm just telling you that the Most High, it will go against scriptures for the Most High to give you a possession in another man's inheritance. That's going against scripture, and the Most High will never go against scripture. How we know he won't go against scriptures? Because he told us when we came out of Egypt, don't touch Moab's land, don't touch the Ammonites' land, and don't touch Esau's land. I would not give you their land because I have given it to them for a possession. So why would he put Israel in Ham's territory? Why? Why would he put Jerusalem in Ethiopia? Why would he put Israel in South Africa? Like, come on, man. We got to go by what the books say. Because if you read me history without the scriptures, how am I get understanding? It don't work like that. We got to go by what he gave Abraham. We got to go by the borders of what he gave Abraham. We got to go by the borders and how they were distributed to the children of Israel. And you got to go find the surrounding nations who was around us, who had land around our territory, like Edom, Moab, and the Ammonites, which are our brother and our cousins. So, Judah, can you prove, my brother, because you already proved they fought against Sihon, king of the Amorites, because he already told Abraham in the fourth generation, I'm going to bring the children of Israel out, because the sins of the Amorites has not yet come to a full. But once that happened, he gave us their land, right? So the Most High kept his promise. But even though our forefather was stiff-necked and let these people still dwell with them And then David had to go get it back. David had to go get back Jerusalem, which we know he dwelt in Hebron. And then Solomon, he went and got his borders back. So all I'm saying is that everybody got their great inheritance. Let us have ours, because we can't even go home right now, because majority of all our territories are desolate. They're desolate. They are desolate until this day. Because if our land wasn't desolate, why did he say the heathen's gonna build up your walls? I thought if your land is not desolate, why your walls need to be built up? If your land is not desolate, why your walls need to be built up? Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 11 and verse 1. Deuteronomy chapter 11 and verse 1. If anybody have any questions, please ask y'all questions. Please, family. Please. This is Deuteronomy chapter 11 and verse 1. And then I'll tell you when I'm going to skip down. And it reads, therefore thou shalt love the Lord thy Elohim, and keep his charge, and his statutes, and his judgment, and his commandments always. Jump down to verse 23 to 25. 23 to 25. 23 to 25. And here you go, family. Listen to this. Then will the Lord drive out all these nations from before you, and ye shall possess great nations, and mightier than yourself. Every place whereon the sole of your feet shall tread shall be yours. From the wilderness of Lebanon, is Lebanon in Africa where Ham dwelling at? I'm asking. Is Lebanon in that territory where our people scattered at right now? No. Lebanon is by Syria. So even if they change the name, they can't change the territory. It's still in the same place, because you can't pick the earth up and move it. You can't do that. You can change names though, but you can't pick up no land mass and move it somewhere else. No, you can't do that. Verse 24, every place where under sole of your feet shall tread should be yours. From the wilderness and Lebanon, which is the wilderness of Zin, and Lebanon, from the river Euphrates, even unto the utmost sea, which is that? The Mediterranean Sea. Shall your coast be. There shall no man be able to stand before you, for the Lord your Elohim shall lay the fear of you and the dread of you upon all the land that ye shall tread upon, as he have said unto you. So there you go, family. The Most High gave us the land of Canaan, and the land of Canaan is not in their territory. It's just not. He gave you the middle of the earth. Let me say it again. He gave you the middle of the earth. Let me say it one more time. He gave you the middle of the earth. The Most High gave you the middle of the earth. Here go the hinder sea. When he said to the utmost sea, that's the Mediterranean. From the river of Egypt, that's the Nile. To the great river Euphrates, there you go. Here go Lebanon. Now, time out, K. Judah. If this is the river of Egypt, and they cross the Red Sea, which is east of the Red Sea, and Lebanon is up here, how is Jerusalem in Ethiopia? That's my question. How is Jerusalem in Ethiopia? That's my question. How? I'm talking about according to the book, not according to just some history. No, I need the scriptures. How is Ethiopia Jerusalem? How? Jerusalem is desolate. Majority of our land of Israel is desolate. They use a lot of our lands for tourists, taking pictures and walking all on top of the ground and climbing on the rocks, because it's desolate. It's desolate. So as I'm looking at this, from the river of Egypt to the great river Euphrates, Lebanon at the top, which we know he also gave us parts of Iraq. Hold up. Let me see. There you go. There you go right there. Go Lebanon again. There go Syria. There go Jordan. There go Israel. There go Saudi Arabia. And look where Egypt at. On this side of the Red Sea. I don't understand it. I'm just keeping it real. Like, I don't get how they trying to put our land over here. When the Bible say he even gave us parts of Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria. Like, come on, man. We got to go by what the book say. We have to. Let me show this again. Y'all know that Shem had more children. Okay? The descendants of Shem, which was Canaan, not Canaan, which was the 12 tribes of Israel, we received the possession of Canaan. But Shem had other children, family, that also received their inheritance. Because you remember, he had a son named Elam, right? Who is Elam today? The East Indians, right? So everybody got their inheritance. It's just that the Most High gave us Canaan, the land of Canaan, because it was already our territory to begin with. Because, first of all, when the Most High gave it to Shem and Canaan went in there and took it, which he really stole it, he put a curse on himself. He cursed himself and he cursed his children. So when you hear people saying, well, God told y'all to go take another person's possession, that's because they haven't read Jubilees. Jubilees will tell you what Canaan did and why we took the land back from Canaan. He stole it. It wasn't his, man. He stole it. So this is all Shem's lot, according to Jubilees chapter 8 and 9. And this is all his descendants, not just the children of Israel. So people got to pay attention to that too, because Canaan had other children. Why I keep saying Canaan? Shem had other children, family. Okay. So how many more? Okay, I'm almost done. I only have 2 more scriptures. Let's go to Numbers chapter 21. And I want to show you that the sun rise from the east. And when the Bible say it go down on the other side, he was talking west. Let me prove it real quick. I'd rather prove it. The sun rise from the east. Even if you type it in, do the sun rise from the east? Numbers 21 and verse 11 through 13. Well, my tongue begin to. That's how you know this is not our language, man. You can tell the way it roll off our lips that we speak something else, man. My tongue be getting tongue twisting and everything trying to speak the language. Numbers 21 and verse 11 through 13. Listen to this, family. And then y'all gonna see what I'm talking about when I say the sun rise in the east. This is Numbers chapter 21 and verse 11 to 13. And it reads, behold, there's a people. No. I said Numbers 21. Hold on, my bad. Okay, here we go. Numbers 21, verse 11 to 13. And the children of Israel set forward and pitched in Obot. And they journeyed from Obot and pitched in Jerbim, Jerbim, in the wilderness, which is before Moab, towards the sun rising. Which side was Moab on? The east. That's why he say the sun rising, because it is east. The sun rise from the east. Let me read that one more time. Verse 11. And they journeyed from Obot and pitched at Jerbim in the wilderness, which is before Moab, toward the sun rising, toward the east, family. If you look at Moab's territory, and if you look at what Reuben, Gad, and Manasseh wanted, it was east of the Jordan River. That's why he just said to the sun rising. Let's go to Numbers 34 and verse 15. Then I'm about to read some history. And then I'm out of here. Numbers 34, verse 15. Numbers 34 and verse 15. And it reads, the 2 tribes and a half tribe have received their inheritance on this side Jordan near Jericho, eastward toward the sun rising. What did he just say? Eastward toward the sun rising, because the sun rises from the east. So if the sun rises from the east and they receive their inheritance eastward, how is this on the other side of Egypt or on the other side of the Red Sea? Y'all see how the Bible is saying something different than what these people are saying on these panels? Like these brothers are on the panel telling you that Jerusalem is in Ethiopia and Israel is in South Africa. What in the scriptures do it say that? Where in the scriptures do it say that? Because if you tell me that my land is in South Africa and Ethiopia, I need to go find Moab, I need to find Esau, and I need to find the Ammonites, because their territories was by our territory. And he just told you that we dwelt in Obat by Moab toward the sun rising, and then just told you that the two tribes of Manasseh and the 2 tribes and the half a tribe, which is Gad, Manasseh, and Reuben, they received their inheritance east of the Jordan River. That's why he said eastward to the sun rising. Let's go to Exodus 16. Exodus 16, because I think I already proved this. I just wanted to prove that the wilderness of Zin is not on the side of Egypt. So this is Exodus, and I have one more scripture after this. Exodus 16, then I'm about to read some history, and then I'm gone. Exodus. Have y'all ever heard of a man named Lalabella? Naphtali, have you ever heard of a king in Ethiopia named Alabella? Well, that's not his name, but I think his name is, I'm finna get his name for you. Hold on. When I open up my window. So this is Exodus, but yeah, they trying to say that they built these churches in Lalabella, and it's Jerusalem, the New Jerusalem. They constructing the New Jerusalem. Come on, stop it, man. Stop it. The Bible say that the Most High don't dwell in temples made with hands. So y'all building churches, but the Lord say when he come back, it's going to be a temple built, not a church. Not a church, a temple. That ain't no temple, that's a church, man. And then, man, come on now. We're going to keep it real. Let's keep it real, man. Exodus 16 and verse 1. And let me get this picture so I can prove that the wilderness of Zin is not on this side of the Jordan River. I mean, on this side of the Red Sea. Exodus 16, verse 1. And they took their journey from Elam. And now the congregation of the children of Israel came unto the wilderness of Zin. Over here, family. The wilderness of Zin, which is between Elam and Sinai. Here goes Sinai. Here go the wilderness of Zin. On the 15th day of the 2nd month, after their departing out of the land of Egypt. So this is the wilderness of Zin by Mount Sinai. And it is not on this side, family. It's on this side. East of the Red Sea. East of the Red Sea. Let's go to 1 Kings chapter 10, verse 1 and 2, and this will be last. Let me get out of here. I'm done with this. Oh, no. Don't worry about it, Naphtali. I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to read this king who ruled in Ethiopia, and it's going to blow your mind what he tried to do with our Jerusalem. That's what I'm about to read to y'all. So y'all just hold up real quick. Yeah, you peeped that too, huh, Wild Society? Took it back. Key word. Took it back. Okay, family, this is 1 Kings chapter 10. And this is the question that I want to ask. 1 Kings chapter 10 and verse 1. And this will be last. It say, and when the queen of Sheba heard of the fame of Solomon, concerning the name of our Elohim. She came to prove him with hard questions. And she came to Jerusalem. No, it's in Ethiopia. And she came to Jerusalem. No, I thought it was in Ethiopia. So how you going to come to Jerusalem if it's in Ethiopia? Do that make any sense, y'all? If the woman came from Ethiopia to Jerusalem, how is Jerusalem in Ethiopia? I rest my case. Let me open up my window and read this real quick to the family. Okay, what I want first. Okay, here you go, Naphtali. I'm gonna read this one first, my sister. Let me open up my window. Let me open up my window. Okay, family, listen to this. Now, I'm gonna go to the top so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, this is Lalibela. Ancient rock hewn churches, Lalibela, Ethiopia. Let me say that again. This is Lalibela, is in Ethiopia. Ancient rock. I thought the Lord dwelled in the temple when he come back, but this is a church, and this is the ancient rock, or hewn churches. The Lord don't dwell in temples made with hands. But look at what this man tried to do. That's gonna blow y'all mind. Here you go, right here. Let me bring it in a little more. Okay, here we go. It says, the holy ancient city of Lalibela is framed for its 11 rock hewn churches and named for the 12th century Nagui. Now here go the king. The king name is King Gabri Mishquil Lalibela. After Muslim conquest, halted Christian pilgrimage to the Holy Land, King Lalibela set out to construct a symbolic version of Jerusalem. Did you just hear that? He tried to construct a symbolic version of Jerusalem, but I thought it was in Ethiopia. This man tried to construct a symbolic version of the Jerusalem. He called it the New Jerusalem. It's right there in your face. If Jerusalem is in Ethiopia, why are you trying to make a symbolic Jerusalem? Why are you trying to make a symbolic Jerusalem if Jerusalem is in Ethiopia? And how you gonna make a new Jerusalem before the Lord comes? Let me get this out of the mouth of 2 or 3. We let it be established. I got one more to read, and this is gonna be it. I got one more to read, and this is gonna be it, family. And then if anybody have any questions, please feel free. Okay, here go the other one that I want to get. And then, oh no, I'm sorry. Then I'm gonna read Jubilees. So here go the other one that I want to get right here. Now I'm about to read this to y'all. Now I'm gonna start where it say the man reigned. Now this the same person, Lalibela, that king that I was talking about, right? Look at what this says. It says Lalibela is said to have seen Jerusalem in a vision and then attempted to build a new Jerusalem. Didn't we just read that? Lalibela is said to have seen Jerusalem in a vision and then attempted to build a new Jerusalem as its capital in response to the capture of the old Jerusalem by Muslim forces led by Saddam in 1187. As such, many features of the town of Lalibela have biblical names. So this is why they think Jordan River is in Lalibela. They think Jerusalem is in Lalibela because this man tried to make a symbolic replica of the real Jerusalem. So if you're trying to make a symbolic, if you saw Jerusalem in a vision and you are attempting to build a new Jerusalem, I thought it was in Ethiopia. I thought it was in Ethiopia, family. Now let's go to Jubilees and then I'm gone. One more. We got to go to Jubilees. We have to go to Jubilees. And this will be last. Because I got to read to you the portion that was given to Ham according to Jubilees. Okay, Jubilees 8. And I'm going to start at verse 22. Now, as I'm reading this, then I'm gonna go get the map to show you that the map back up what this is saying. Okay, this is Jubilees chapter 8 and verse 22. It say, and for Ham came forth the second portion beyond the Gaon, toward the south to the right of the garden, which is the Garden of Eden, and it is stand toward the south, and it is stand to all the mountains of fire, and it is stand toward the west to the sea of Atel, and it is stand toward the west till it reaches the sea of Mauk, that sea into which everything which is not destroyed descend. And it goes forth toward the north to the limits of Gadir, and it goes forth to the coast of the waters of the sea, to the waters of the great sea, which is the Mediterranean Sea, till it draws near to the river Gaon, and goes along the river Gaon till it reaches the right of the Garden of Eden. Can I show this on the map? Let me read verse 24. And this is the land which came forth to Ham as the portion, which he was to occupy forever for himself and for his sons, and unto their generations forever. Okay, now let me go get this map and see if I can find this. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can find this on the map. Yep, I found it on the map. He said that he gave Ham sons to the mountain of fire. Their border was to the Red Sea, to the great sea of Gahan, to Gadir, to the sea of Mauk, and to the sea of Atel. All this belonged to Ham, man. That's why you see put it. Okay, hold up. If this is incorrect, I want y'all to hear this. Let me go to Ezekiel 38 real quick. And I just want to prove this out the Bible. This is Ezekiel 38. And I'm going to read verse 1 on down to like verse 5. It say, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, thus said the Lord God, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back, and put hooks in thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thy armies, horses and horsemen, and all them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Persia, Ethiopia, which is Cush, and Libya. Hold up, K. Judah. Bring that in close. What this say at the top of put? Libya. Libya. So this proved that put is dwelling in Libya. It's right here. So I just go by the scriptures. I don't go by my vain opinion because I'm going to get in trouble. So I have to prove everything that I'm saying. Cush is right here, who going to be with Gog and Magog, and Put is also with them, which dwell in Libya. So this proved that according to Jubilees, they all received their inheritance according to the book. According to what Yah allowed them to receive. Now, let me show you one more. I want to show one in color. Y'all see this at the bottom? This is where Canaan was supposed to go, but he did not go down there. See, South Africa belonged to Canaan at the time, after they distributed the lands one to another. And Cush, that's Ethiopia. This is east. But look at the Red Sea. Look where they inheritance stop at. It don't go beyond the Red Sea. So we cross over the Red Sea. So that's why I'm trying to say that our inheritance is not over here. Our inheritance is on this side of the Red Sea, where our kinfolk like Moab, Ammon, and Esau, they territory was around our borders. That is documented history. You can read that in the scriptures. You can't get around it. Esau, Moab, and Ammon territory was around our territory. And that's just book. So do anybody have any questions? Do anybody have any questions before I get up out of here? The Most High gave us the middle of the earth. Now, I'm not going to lie. The name Middle East sound retarded. I mean, I would have preferred them to just call it the Middle Earth or something, but the Middle East, like, come on, man. Ain't no such thing as no Middle East, man. That's why they tried to call it the Middle East, but the Most High gave us the middle of the earth. That is in Jubilees. That's what I'm going to go by. He didn't give us no inheritance. And let me say this, man. Just read this book. The Most High would never give us an inheritance in another man's inheritance. That would be going against the scriptures. And we know he's not going to go against the scriptures. The Most High is not the author of confusion. And the Bible just proved to you that the sun rise from the east. And he just told you that the 2 tribes and a half had they inherited eastward where the sun rise at. Where the sun rise at. That's what the book say. I'm going by what the book say. So do anybody have any questions that y'all want to ask? Please feel free. Even if you disagree with your brother, ask me the question so I can go, see where you want me to go. Something you may want to bring forth. Something that you can extend to the message. Let me know right now. Talk to me. And like I say, I don't got nothing against Ham. The Most High blessed all the sons of Noah. Ham got a great inheritance. You got a lot of resources. But I want to be a part of my inheritance. The same way everybody get to enjoy their inheritance, my mind is focused on when we get to go home, I want to be in my inheritance. I don't want to be in Ham's inheritance. I don't want to be in Japheth's inheritance. I don't want to be in nobody else's inheritance. I want me and my brothers and sisters to enjoy the glory of all lands, which is the land of Israel. And then the Bible tells you that when Yahshua coming back, he gonna sit in Zion. And we gonna go and look thitherward with tears in our eyes, asking the way to Zion, not asking the way to Ethiopia, not asking the way to South Africa, not asking the way to Sudan. We asking the way to Zion, which is our land, which is our land. Hey, Corey Brown, I'm going to be real with you. It's a lot of our brothers saying that is over there. Hold on. You talking about Israel or Ethiopia? I just want to understand where you're going, before I answer. I want to just hear the conclusion of the whole matter. So are you talking about Israel, why they say it's over there? Or are you talking about why they say Jerusalem is in Ethiopia? Oh, Israel. Oh, okay. Oh, this what they did. The Most High would never allow them to receive the full inheritance of our land. So they, constructed a little plot of it, made the state of Israel, and now they call that Israel, like that's the fulfillment of the promise. But that is incorrect. That is some of our portion, but not the fulfillment of all the portion. So a lot of us know that, though. A lot of us know that it's not the whole land of Israel. But that is some of our territory that they dwelling in. That is some of our territory that they dwelling in. But they're going to get rooted up out of there. They're going to get rooted up out of there when Yahshua come back. They're going to get rooted up out of there. That's why they changed names. That's why they doing all this construction. And that's why, if you really look at it, family, when they came in 1948 and made it a state, look what they made it. They made it a state, family. They made it a state. So y'all think the Most High is going to allow them to occupy the full promise? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh, why do the white man saying that Israel is their inheritance? Because they think they're the Jews. And then a lot of their kids being born, and that's all they been hearing all their life, that they the people of God, they the people of God. and not even knowing they don't even dwell in the full inheritance. The Most High, that's why they call themselves Israeli. They can't call themselves no Israelite. They know not to let that fumble out their mouth. Or that's why they call themselves we the Jews. But if you ask them what tribe you come from, they gonna just say we the Jews. But everybody not a Jew. What about Naphtali, Reuben, Gad, Asher, Simeon? Them ain't Jews. Levi, them ain't Jews. Benjamin, he not a Jew. So to all the heathens of the world, thank you, Most High Yah, for not allowing these heathens to occupy the full promise. Y'all sitting over there trying to dig water in Saudi Arabia. But what did the Lord do? He had them put a fence around it. Because all that desert is waiting for the children of Israel when he plead with us face to face. And all that's going to grow into vegetation. Water's going to spring forth. Rivers going to spring forth. Trees going to spring forth. Because if you're going to live somewhere for 3.5 years, you're going to need somewhere to stay. And you're going to need something to eat. And you're going to need something to drink. So according to Ezekiel 20, 32 to 38, the Lord is going to plead with us in the wilderness before he bring us home. So this is my question. If the Lord is about to gather us to the four corners of the earth, and Ethiopia and South Africa and Sudan is your land, why he won't leave you there? Why is he gathering you? We should all just come meet up with y'all. But that's not what the Lord is doing. We're not meeting up with y'all because the Lord is going to gather you out of those places where you've been scattered. K. Judah, you talking stupid. Really? Let me open up my window one more time, and then that's it, man. If anybody got any more questions, please feel free. So if I'm lying, why do the Bible say this? If I'm lying, why do the book say this? Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 10. From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. What is Ethiopia? Cush. He say from beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, my supplements, even the daughter of my dispersed, shall bring my offering. Why you have to bring the offering if you already in the land? Why he still calling you dispersed if you in the inheritance? Why he just told you you're going to bring his offering? Because that's not your land, man. You are dispersed in Ethiopia. You are dispersed in South Africa. You are dispersed in Nigeria. You are dispersed in Sudan. You are dispersed in Africa, or what they call Africa. So the Lord is going to gather you out of Ham's territory and place you back in your land. You know, your land, which is always lay desolate. You know, your land that get to enjoy her Sabbaths as long as she lay desolate. You know, your land, as long as we not being there, she get the rest because of all the abominations we did. The Bible says she get the rest. He say, while you being in captivity, the land get to rest because she did not rest when you was in it. She didn't get the rest. Let me read this too. Let me just read this. Just to prove everything that I was saying. It say the Nile River, the largest river in the world, called the father of Africa's rivers. It rises south of the equator and flows northward through the northeastern Africa to drain into the Mediterranean. It has the length of about 4,132. Let me read this also. It say the Jordan River of southwestern Asia in the Middle Eastern region, It lies in a structural depression and has the lowest elevation of any river in the world. The river rises on the slopes of Mount Hermon on the border between Syria and Lebanon and flows southward through northern Israel to the Sea of Galilee. Exiting the sea, it continues south, dividing Israel and the Israeli occupied West Bank. Man, that kind of sounded weird right there. Dividing Israel and the Israeli? What they know, we don't know. They always giving us the truth. They don't call themselves Israel and Israeli because they know they're not Israelites and they know they're not dwelling in the full promise. You, dog, that little bitty piece of land they living in can't fit no 12 tribes. That's not the fullness of the promise. And y'all not no Israelites. And you don't understand our book. Put it down. Put it down. Do anybody have any more questions? Any more questions? Hey, Corey Brown, have you ever noticed too that they call themselves Israeli or Jewish? They never call themselves Israelites. They never call themselves, I'm from the tribe of Gad, I'm from the tribe of, they just say, I'm Jewish or I'm a Jew. I'm Jewish, I'm a Jew. That's all they say. I'm Jewish and I'm a Jew. When you ask them, what tribe you come from though? I'm a Jewish and I'm a Jew. Now, what tribe you come from? I'm Jewish and I'm a Jew. Hey, why society? That's what I'm saying, my sister. Why we want someone else's stuff anyway? Don't we consider ourselves important enough to be granted our own? And that's all I'm saying, family. Let Ham's children enjoy their inheritance. That's all I'm saying. You about to enjoy your inheritance. You about to go back to the land flowing with milk and honey. You about to be blessed. All the nations gonna bring the riches and the forces of the nations to you. All the silver and gold, everything. I'm talking everything. So you a blessed people, Israel. You got to tap into the blessings. And you got to hold your head up high. You know, people want, y'all notice something about everybody? We can't hold our head up high or they being arrogant. We can't have confidence. You think you better than everybody. Man, walk with your head up high, not in pride, like, you know, you got your head up to the most high. No, walk with your head up and feel good about yourself, family. Have some pride about yourself. Don't you know Israelites don't even want you to have no pride about yourself. They don't want you to even be confident. And then they get over righteous on you. We only supposed to uplift the Lord. But the Lord told us to honor one another and lift one another up. He even told us, let another lips praise thee. Well, there's something wrong with you, Israelite. But I know what it is, though. You know, y'all don't want nobody to get no praise because y'all don't be getting no praise. So nobody can get no praise. But I'm going to praise my brothers and sisters, and I'm going to lift you up. Because anybody with common sense, no, we can't lift nobody up to the level of the Most High. So why are we even talking about that? Why are we even mentioning that? Oh, man, you trying to exalt yourself like the Most High. When people talk like that, I know something wrong. I'm not even playing. I don't even want to talk to you no more because I know you don't got no common sense. Why would you say something goofy like that? Y'all trying to exalt yourself above the Most High. How we going to do something like that? And this man all the way up in the heavens, sitting up on the throne so high. So when we lifting each other up, that's called encouragement. That's called love. That's called bigging up my brother and sister for the work they do, for the efforts they put into this. That's what that's called. Oh, okay, Corey Brown. Hey, Corey, the beautiful thing about all this, my brother, is we about to go home. Oh, man, we about to go home, brother. Oh, okay, Dana. Okay, Dana, we appreciate that. Yeah, because this show coming to us too, because we deserve it. And I'm not talking about we deserve it from a standpoint that we haven't been rebellious. I'm saying we deserve it because all the things we've been through as a people, being an Israelite come with a burden. Being an Israelite come with a heavy burden because we are required to walk a certain way. We are required to act a certain way. We are required to teach a certain way. So with us being Israelites, not only are we a blessed people, But when I say we deserve it, out of all the things that we have been through, it's coming back to us. The right to rule the world. But I'm not saying we deserve it because I'm talking pride. I'm saying we deserve it because of everything that we didn't been through. We didn't fought a hard battle. We didn't struggle. We still 10 toes down. All these things that come against us, everybody want to slaughter us and take us out. They sitting at round tables right now on ways to eliminate us, and we still standing strong. Man, I can't wait to be in the midst of my brothers and sisters, man. Hugging them, loving them, singing and dancing, shouting and praising Yah, and having faith in Yahshua. It's coming back to us, family. It's coming back to us, family. That's why I'm telling you to hold your head up high. Hold your head up high, family. Don't be walking around with your head down in despair because people trying to make you feel less than. You have to understand something, and then I'm gone, family. As long as you down there at the ground, man, everybody want to be your friend. They clapping with you, they laughing, they hee-heeing and ha-ha. But boy, when you start to rise up as a people, guess who come? An infiltrator. An infiltrator. Because when you starting to do better, nobody don't want to be your friend no more. Now they figuring out ways to sabotage your growth. To sabotage that increase that you didn't put forth that effort and hard work to elevate. They want you down there, family, because that's where they feel good about themselves, when you down there, not when you rise. So rise, Israel. Rise above the despair. Rise, family. Rise above the heartache and pain. Rise, family. Rise above the anger. Rise, family, above the animosity one towards another. Rise, family. Rise. Rise. So since nobody don't got no more questions, I just want to say this. I love my Israelite brothers and sisters. I bid you all y'all speed. Enjoy y'all Sabbath that's coming up. Family, you about to go home. Encourage one another and hold your head high and pray to your Father. The sins of our fathers and the sins of our people today. Let y'all know we sorry for what we have done. We have been rebellious. We have sinned. Our fathers have done wrong. We have done wrong. We are sorry for the things that we have done. We repent unto you, Father. Be merciful unto us. Plead our cause. Let the world know there is a power in Israel, because they say, man, nobody help these Negroes. We get to do what we want. Let them know, Father, nuh-uh. You can't do what you want with the apple of my eye, because my eyes are beholding the whole world, the whole earth. I see everything, and I'm documenting it down. So you can't just keep doing my people wrong, because one day the Bible said like this before I go. Christ said, I have long time holding my peace. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy at once. I will waste mountains and hills. I will make them drunk with their blood. That's the mouth of your Messiah. He said he have long time holding his peace. He see what you going through, Israel. He have long time holding his peace. He say, now will he cry like a travailing woman. And you know when a woman crying, when that baby about to come forth, she's screaming, boy. Ah! Yahshua gonna roar like a lion. And he gonna come and fight your battles. I say big salute, family. I say big salute.
It's the only road that I'm walking. No company. No company. All the voices in my head won't stop it. My only company. My only company.
Blood off my hands, the judgment coming fast, too much blood on his lane. The second exodus is about to happen, he plain. He's sending out the winds, on this rock we gon' stand. We gon' trust the son of man. This the final hour, was disconnected from the source, we done found the power. Messiah built the church back, gotta trust the founder. The carpenter, got the father with him, ain't no stopping you. Protected by the winds if you got his help with you. Stand on the narrow, the father gon' provide, y'all his eyes on the sparrow. Never seen the righteous get forsaken, not at all. The devil trying to take niggas cause he know he about to fall. Hey, Michael standing up in his hour, keep the laws. We gon' blow the trumpet, we ain't go to war with all. Messiah made a way, he laid it down for all flaws. We got the Father with his Isaiah, stand tall. Protecting these commands, they at war with them. The dragon man cause the remnant about to score with them. The children of the prophets, we done finally hockey. The law is the light, got us out the darkness. Return to the Father, ain't no other options. We let Messiah in, we done heard him knocking. Worthy is the Lamb, ain't no better time, surrender all right now. Ain't no looking back, you ain't lot wife, hell no. Fit for the kingdom, ain't no way that he gon' fail y'all. Training up his kids, ain't no way we gon' derail y'all. The devil making war with the saints, man, he smell y'all. We gon' go to war about these commandments to the end. Protect my father word, this ain't no game, this ain't pretend. Messiah coming back, we study at it and I repent. The angels on the corner finally blowing out the wings. Ain't no other way to get protected but the blood. Abba, put your mercy and your grace around us. Keeping these commandments cause we know that's real love. Building up this ark cause you send it out flood. What you see is hand upon this land, it's time to leave. Sodom and Gomorrah out of order, time to flee. Babylon gon' burn, every nation about to see. Messiah coming back, everybody to their knees. Every knee gon' bow, boy, girl, child, y'all, he coming in the clouds. Thousands of years, now it's almost time now. The valley of the drought, we done came alive now. This for every nigga you done hung, every baby you done raped, everything that you done done. Ain't no way you gonna escape, ain't no way that you gon' run. You gon' see him face to face with a hill Babylon, but we can't.
In the words of my beloved sister August Dreams, thank y'all for coming to the Lion's Den with the CUC family, the FOPE family, the ADUIC family, and the Honey Badger gang. Let's get it. And your brother K. Judah wanna say shalom.